Hello and welcome back. We're going to give it another shot at the Muskie Spotlight here via Microsoft Teams, the online video version. We can't join our students in person, unfortunately, but we're going to keep on trying to do this the rest of the semester from home. So today we are joined by Jack Banks. He's a senior on the Lakeland baseball team. And Jack, where are you coming to from today?
I'm coming to you from my living room in Mountain View, California.
Mountain View, California. So long way from home Lakeland has been for you, and now you're
Yep.
you're back there to finish the semester. So all the craziness that's gone on in our world, what have the last couple weeks, last several weeks, pretty much last month now, what has that been like for you?
It's been interesting just being at home, doing classes, just being at home for this long. Actually, normally when I'm home, it's maybe for a month at a time, just for Christmas break or getting ready to go play summer ball or getting ready to go back to school. So being
Yep,
here for this long is definitely taking some getting used to. And
yep,
even when I am home, not being able to go to the gym is definitely weighing on me because that's something I'm normally there for 2 hours a day when I'm home and not getting to go to the field.
yep.
Just transitioning to classes actually hasn't been too bad for me. I only have two in-person classes that are meeting via Blackboard, so that's not too bad of a transition. Obviously, the time difference is the big thing for me. Having a 7 a.m. class isn't the best, but I'm getting through it okay. It could definitely be a lot worse. I know there's people who are in much worse situations than I am, so
Sure.
just getting through it.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably something most of us here in the Midwest don't think about, that you're 2 hours behind us. So our 9 o'clock is your 7 o'clock
Yep.
and such. So, um, and where in California is Mountain View? I meant to ask you that at first.
Yeah, so it's about an hour south of San Francisco, so
Okay.
more inland. I'm about 15 minutes from the Google headquarters, so I get to deal with all that
Okay.
hubbub.
Yep. So Bay Area, and that's considered Northern California
Yes.
or Central Coast of California. So
Yep.
And yeah, Jack, he was on spring break for baseball um, in March down in Florida, and suddenly the season was over, and he had to move back home to take classes. And not to touch too much on the sad note, but what was that like, getting the news that your season was done and on such short notice?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little surreal. We got it right after our game against Carroll, and I mean, losing in extras is tough, but then
Mm,
being told right after that the next game is going to be your last, because at that point we didn't know that we would have eligibility relief. It was kind of a sour note to take in. I had to walk down the line, just take a little minute, just let it sink in, and
yep,
it still really hasn't sunk in yet, just because we have that eligibility relief where I might have played my last game. I'm hoping to come back, but you never really know with how the things are going right now, how life takes. So just having to go play another game where, I mean, obviously you have senior day knowing that's supposed to be your last home game, but getting a modified senior day down in Florida was kind of surreal.
yep, yeah, they did. Obviously, we didn't get to see it, but the team members, and they shared it out on social media. They actually did a senior day for both you and the opposing team, which was a nice touch in a tough circumstance for both teams. For both of you, it was your last game of the season. So obviously your season ended pretty quickly. But how did you feel about the little bit of season that you got in, and maybe what the team had accomplished and where it was going?
Yeah, obviously pretty brief sample size, only having 8 games, but I actually felt pretty good. Obviously, our record 2-6 didn't really show where we were. I thought obviously we could have easily been 6-2 or even 7-1. I think 4 of those games were one-run losses that we
Right.
easily could have won, and then the other one that we lost 7-2 in extras, we definitely could have won that one nothing in regulation. So just losing a lot of those one-run games, just I think it shows the growth that this team has done. Just because one of the things Coach Mann kind of harped upon us was that the way a team grows is you start off, you lose big, then you start off losing small, then you win small, then you win big. And obviously we're no longer losing big, we're losing small, or we're winning small, and we had a few big wins too there. So I think just the way the season was going, if we were to come back into conference, we definitely had a good shot of making it to Mequon for the first time in 16 years, and just showing the big changes that this team has made maturity-wise, both on and off the field. I think we definitely had a chance to do something special, which I think going forward, this team is going to have a very good opportunity to make some noise in the NAC for the foreseeable future.
Sure. Yeah, the NAC tournament in Mequon, which the Muskies, been a while, as you mentioned, since the Muskies baseball has been there. So that it's definitely a goal that been looking at and would love to get back there soon. And you mentioned that the NCAA has stated that they will allow this year's spring sports seniors another year of eligibility if they so choose. And you said that's something you have thought about possibly pursuing?
Yeah, I definitely want to come back for the 5th year. The main reason I came here was to help turn the program around. And I think this year we definitely saw that we're taking a step in the right direction. So just being able to come back to see that finally complete would be nice. And just getting closure is definitely a big part of it too. I've got to figure out the logistics of it class-wise since I am graduating, whether I do graduate school and enroll in the fall or enroll in the spring, or whether I add another minor to come back. I'm still kind of figuring that out, kind of playing it by ear. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully I'll be back on campus in the spring.
Yeah, sounds good. And touching on your academics, and what are you majoring in at Lakeland?
I'm a double major in sports management and marketing.
Okay. And I saw you've done some tutoring for sport management students, so in some of the notes was looking through.
Yep.
Do you have any plans or goals for that after you finish your schooling?
Yeah, I'd like to either go into a front office somewhere or go into coaching. So I think the most logical step is to try to find a place where I can be a graduate assistant, just so I can get a master's degree, but also get that valuable experience as a coach. So I can see whether or not it is for me, just get my foot in the door. And if I do like it, then I can pursue being a coach at the high school, college levels, or I can try to find work in a front office somewhere. So just keeping all those options open at the moment.
Sure. And Jack also has been very helpful for our sports information office at Lakeland. He did a lot of legwork with gathering information from his two teammates. It was much appreciated over the last couple of years. So he could easily see where you would have potential to do well in a front office setting. So and you mentioned possibly coming back next year. So what have you been doing in this time to keep yourself ready for possibly returning for a final season?
Yeah, so I've just been doing a lot of throwing with myself. Fortunate enough to have a portable mound at the house and have a net to throw in. So I've been throwing into that. Don't have 60 feet to throw, but I've been throwing about 45 feet. So I just throw it in the net. Obviously, it's not an ideal situation, but I'm fortunate enough to have that to where I can still get my throws in off the mound. So I can still get the feel for all my pitches and stuff, keep my arm in shape. And then, like I said, I don't have a gym to go to, but I do have some kettlebells and some bands here, so I can still get some lifting in, doing a lot of running and mobility work, like I said. So just trying to keep myself in the best shape that I can so that when baseball does come back, I'll be ready to play it.
Sure. And we didn't mention earlier, but you're a outfielder and pitcher on the team. And do you have a favorite between those two, playing in the field or pitching?
Obviously hitting's a lot more fun, but just really depending on how I'm playing. Obviously being an outfielder and a pitcher just gives me more of an opportunity to help the team win. So whichever one the team needs me to do more that day, that's the one that I'm prepared to do.
You came to Lakeland from obviously quite a ways away. How did you learn about Lakeland, and what made you keep coming back to the school from like I said, from quite a distance away?
Yeah, Coach Ripe He actually found me on NCSA, a recruiting website. He reached out via text, thought I'd be a good fit. So I had a nice phone call with him and decided to come out for a recruiting visit and just fell in love with the campus on site.
Yeah. And so the Cold Springs. I mean, our baseball, softball teams play in some of the toughest weather that you can imagine for spring sports, and that you still handled that okay through the years, huh?
Yeah, no, I got used to it pretty quickly. I mean, when I came on my visit, it was negative 28 with the wind chill, and I saw Connor Hilburn walking around in shorts, and I thought this guy was crazy. And then fast forward a year, and it's negative 10 out, and I'm in shorts. So I got used to it pretty quickly.
And Connor Hilburn, he was from California as well, if I remember right.
Yeah, he's from the Anaheim area.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, he was a standout on our team for the previous 4 years. Graduated last year. So, do you have a favorite memory from your collegiate career thus far?
Yeah. I'd say game 2 against Marion my freshman year. It was a crazy game. We lost game 1 to them via walk-off, and then game 2 we went down. We were down 11-2 with 5 outs to go in the game. We came back. We put 7 up on them in the 8th, and then 6 up on them in the 9th. We beat them 15-11. Just coming back from that was really fun, especially too. Yep. Marion's one of our biggest rivals in baseball. They're known for running their mouths a little bit, and playing left field that game, their bullpen was letting me have it because, man, when you're winning by 9, you're gonna let the other team have it a little bit. So being able to come back and win that game in that fashion was just really fun to see them go from chirping like that to they're not able to say a word to me out there. So that was pretty fun getting to shut them out.
Silence. I mean, I think it was at their place too, if I remember right.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So, all right, a couple of quick hitter questions for you here. So, your favorite food?
Ribs. Love me some ribs.
Yep. Okay. With lots of barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, we get a side of mashed potatoes, some sweet potato fries. Can't go wrong.
Yep, excellent. Favorite sports teams?
So obviously being from the Bay, I picked the Giants early on, and the Niners, and then got the Warriors. Follow hockey a little bit. We got the Sharks about 20 minutes south, so follow them a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
I think, if I remember right, you may have a 49ers jersey you've been sporting on campus a little bit in the past. So
I do. I sport the Jimmy Garoppolo shirt jersey on Sundays, and then rock the George Kittle jersey on Victory Mondays, which we're fortunate to have quite a few of those this year.
Yeah, you got a lot of reason to strut after the last years, especially the way that playoff game against the Packers went. So.
Yep. Got a bunch of Packer fans on the team, so I let them have it a little bit.
Yep. You got a right to. Favorite movie?
Ooh, gotta go with The Sandlot. Timeless classic.
Yep. Good baseball movie. Favorite musical artist?
Ooh, musical artist. Man, I listen to pretty much everything from rap and hip hop to rock. If I had to pick one, man, can't go wrong with a little Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Sounds good. It sounds very baseball too. So.
Yeah. I used to rock "You Give Love a Bad Name" just on repeat all the time. You'd never be in a bad mood when you're listening to that song.
Yep. And one more question for you here before we let you go. Anything new or different you've been spending your time doing since you've been sidelined at home during the coronavirus?
No, just I mean, obviously not having the gym has been tough, but I mean, my big thing wasn't really strength; it was more mobility. So I've been doing a lot more stretching and yoga.
Sure.
Playing a lot of MLB The Show. That's taking up most of my day, and then just getting all my homework done with with a lot of these capstone classes. So
Yep. Sounds good. Well, appreciate your time, Jack. We've enjoyed watching you play and having you around our athletic department the last 4 years, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see you back there for another year yet. So, but in the meantime, said appreciate it and good luck finishing out your semester online out back in California.
thanks for having me, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the spring.
Yep. All right.